Yay, this one's so fun. Okay, we'll start with our bleed, the temple of spiritual intelligence and inheritance. During our bleed, we want to rest, do some stretching, maybe yin yoga, yoga nidra. You can find a lot of those on YouTube, or you can do walking. But you do not want to push your body through a heavy workout. You don't want to push your body through a cycle class. You don't want to do anything that's too much because your body's already utilizing all its energy, purging your uterine lining, okay? There's so many things that could happen if you don't honor the rest. There's just so many things that could happen that's not talked about. Also, the next is the temple of creative intelligence. So once your bleed starts to move out of your system, you can do some cardio, kickboxing, hatha yoga. You start to pick up the pace, okay? And then after that, when you're in ovulation, the temple of aesthetic intelligence and beauty, this is when you'll do vinyasa yoga, HIIT, boot camp style, circuit training. And then when you're in the luteal phase, temple of emotional intelligence and truth, this is where you strength train. You lift heavy, doing some sled work and Pilates, lots of core stuff. So I want to say too, you can lift through most of these. I would also want to say lifting your heaviest or getting the most PR. If you want to reach for personal records, then try to do that while you're ovulating. Let's say you have a personal trainer and you're asking her or him to cycle sync. Then what you want to do is to ask him or her that to have your PRs land the weeks that you have your PR land while you're ovulating. Okay. And so maybe in the spiritual intelligence temple, when you're on your bleed, you can ask for day 1 and 2 off of training. And day 3 or 4, let's say if you have your bleed, very light, that could be an introduction to new exercises for your program. So you're just getting the form down. You're not lifting heavy. You are not pushing yourself too hard. And that's towards the end of your bleed. Let's just say you have like a 4-day bleed. That would be the thing. Okay. There's nothing wrong with asking time off while you're on your bleed. And then you can start ramping up the reps and sets or like the heaviness, the volume of your lifts during follicular phase. And then you want to reach your PRs during your ovulation / luteal phases. Okay. I know that doesn't really make sense, but that's like the guidelines. That's where you want to strive towards. Cool. Any questions? Please let me know. Please let me know. Also, I have an exercise bank that's at the bottom of the links section. You can feel free to look through any of those exercises and create your own. There's also a 28-day sample plan as far as getting your or syncing your workouts with your cycle. Okay, so that's in the Savor Your Resources downloads and resources. Yes, space. Next, we'll go into practices to start cycle syncing.